But I am brown, as you can see. I'm black and Filipino. Any other biracial people in the audience? Cool. You guys know what teams you're on. Sticking there, keeping it pure, you know? Maybe there's some of you and you're like, I'm not going to identify myself. You're going to try to throw me in a truck or something. Some weird undercover. But I know, like, stereotypes are real, so I'm not, like, down on you for not identifying yourself secret biracial people. Because I know that as soon as I said that to you guys, I'm black and Filipino, you guys made two immediate racial assumptions. In a minute, you were like, I bet his penis is huge. And I bet it's made of rice. False and true. But it's weird when you're biracial because you're like never sure like where to fit in, and like you feel it with audiences because like sometimes I'll be playing for like a white audience and they like want like white material. They're like, do more jokes about milk. Like the stereotype, white people fucking love milk. And then other times black audiences, they'll hear my jokes, but then they'll look at me and they'll be like, who is this gay Mexican teenager? That's how about the struggle. But it's like, it's weird when you're a comedian because you're never sure like when you're doing well, like when that's a career. You know what I mean? So the other day I was in New Orleans performing at the New Orleans Museum of Art, you know, where you go for great comedy. And I was performing at a fundraiser, and it was one of those situations where like rich people are walking around going, why is that man so loud? I'm performing for you. So I felt terrible about it, and I did like what I always do when I'm like feeling upset. Like I went to go take a shit. And, you know, like when you're in a rich place and you really want to like stick it to the rich people, you're like, I'm gonna bum this place out. It's like a quiet little rebellion. It's like my own little sin. So I'm just taking a stinker for justice. I'm in the stall and I hear these like little like 7-year-old kids come in, and then they get real quiet, and then I just hear this exactly. Who's in there? I just wait, and they're like, excuse me, sir, who is in there? I didn't know what to say, like, I didn't know whether to be like, Jacob's father. Like, who do they know? They know like 10 to 12 people tops. But instead, I just said the first thing that came to my mind, which was, I've been pooping in this museum for 1,000 years. Said it. And they fucking loved it. He's been pooping in the museum for 1,000 years! It was so funny, sir! It was the funniest thing they've heard in like their 7 years on. Like think about it, when you're 7, like the funniest person you know is like Chris, because he can like do this and burp. Like, I want these children. I was like, why am I wasting my time performing for adults? Do you know what I mean? I was like, why aren't I just spending all my time performing for children in bathrooms? The law is the reason.